Weighing officially 159 and 1/4 pounds. In 7 professional bouts, she stands perfect. 7 victories, no defeats, 2 wins coming by way of knockout. Here's the WBA, IBF, and
Gabriel's to work the body first.
You know, Barry, I talked about star power for these women we're seeing tonight. Costa Rica's never had a male world champion. Gabriel.
UFC queen Claressa Shields storms into PFL and throws down a jaw-dropping challenge to Dakota Ditcheva. Dakota fires back with ice-cold confidence, refusing to step aside. Boxing royalty versus MMA's rising star, this fight is about to shake the combat world to its core.
All right, listen for the bell. Listen for the bell.
This isn't just another fight announcement. This is a collision between two worlds. Boxing royalty versus MMA's brightest star. And the shockwaves from this potential matchup are already shaking the entire combat sports landscape. In a recent interview, Shields dropped this bombshell. "I've done everything in boxing. I just really wanted to see what could I do in my career that can make me be more of the greatest of all time. Like, how can you solidify it? And I've done everything in boxing. So for me, I was like, you know what? What about MMA?
I've done everything in boxing. I just really wanted to see what could I do in my career that can make me be more of the GOAT, more of the greatest of all time. Like, how can you solidify it? And I've done everything in boxing. So for me, I was like, you know what? What about MMA?
Let that sink in for a second. This isn't someone looking for a side project. This is Claressa Shields, arguably the most decorated female boxer in history, saying boxing isn't enough anymore. She wants to cement her legacy as the GOAT across all combat sports. And she didn't stop there. Shields went on. "I came from boxing, and in boxing I've always been pretty good. Fought against Savannah Marshall, beat her. Undisputed. Fought against Marcella Corno, beat her. I've always felt like I was pretty dangerous as a woman, as a fighter. I can walk down the street at night knowing that if somebody's messing with me, I can hold my own."
You know what? What about MMA?
I came from boxing, and in boxing, I've always been pretty good. Fought against Savannah Marshall, beat her.
And the new undisputed.
Fought against Marcella Cornejo, beat her.
The GOAT, Claressa.
I've always felt like I was pretty dangerous as a woman, as a fighter. I can walk down the street up at nighttime knowing that if somebody messing me, I can hold my own.
But here's the thing. MMA is not boxing. And Claressa Shields is about to find that out the hard way if she steps into the cage with Dakota Ditcheva. Now, you'd think Dakota Ditcheva might be intimidated, right? Wrong. Dead wrong. When asked about the possibility of fighting Shields, Dakota didn't blink. She didn't hesitate. She fired back with the confidence of someone who knows she's ready for anyone.
Very difficult to put away. Nice. Dakota Ditcheva with the 3rd round finish.
What a finish. Beautiful work. Hard shot to the body. She's still hurt. Still can't breathe.
Here's what Dakota said. Right. So 225ers. I mean, she's doing unbelievable things in boxing, and I would 100%, if that comes to me, I would definitely take that. I mean, I'm not sure who they're going to put her with. She's had a little bit of MMA experience before as well, so it'll be interesting. I'm excited to see what they do with that super fight.
125ers. I mean, she's doing unbelievable things in boxing. And I would 100%, if that come to me, I would definitely take that. I mean, I'm not sure who they're going to put her with. She's had a little bit of MMA experience before as well. So it'll be interesting. I'm excited to see what they do with that super fight.
And with her arrival...
Now let's break this down. Dakota is giving Shields her respect for what she's accomplished in boxing. But notice the tone. I would 100% take that. No fear. No backing down. Just pure confidence. And Dakota knows something Claressa is about to learn. MMA experience is everything. Yes, Shields has dabbled in MMA before. She's had a few fights. But Dakota, she's been training in Muay Thai since she was a kid. She's 11-1 in Thai boxing. She's been throwing elbows, knees, and devastating clinch work her entire career. Dakota's Muay Thai background means she's comfortable in the clinch, which is exactly where Shields does not want to be. One knee to the body, one elbow to the head, and this fight could be over. Here's where things get really interesting. Dakota has developed solid takedown defense and a growing grappling skill set. She knows how to scramble. She knows how to control position.
The planet right now. Fantastic strikers, veterans, future legends of the game here.
For sure.
Santos
is in big trouble. She's in big trouble.
Dakota Ditcheva to the body again for a championship.
Claressa has improved her wrestling for MMA, but she's still not at Dakota's level. If Dakota decides to take this fight to the ground, it could be game over for Shields. One takedown could completely shift the momentum. Both women are explosive. Both are elite athletes. But Dakota is more fluid in the MMA movement. She switches stances. She throws kicks from multiple angles. She attacks on different levels.
Gliding and swimming through those shots.
Oh my goodness!
Shields is powerful and fast, but her movement is more linear, more boxing-based. Inside an MMA cage, that makes her easier to predict and counter. This is the big one. Dakota has been competing in combat sports her entire life. She grew up in a Muay Thai gym. She's been training MMA techniques for years. She's fought in the PFL and dominated every single opponent. Shields is a boxing legend, but her MMA experience is limited. She's had a few fights, but she's still learning the game. And against someone as well-rounded as Dakota, that learning curve could be brutal.
Good left hand on the exit. You see the footwork. She adapted it for mixed martial arts. And here's a flurry. Referee looking closely. Kerry Hatley.
DeSantis is in trouble here. Yeah, and that body work in the first and second round is paying off.
Look at the disparity of the strikes as we look at the fight stats. Claressa Shields has landed almost 80 punches. Kelsey DeSantis registering 0 on the meter right now.
So here's the million-dollar question. Who wins if this fight actually happens? If the fight stays at boxing range, with just hands flying, Claressa Shields has the advantage. She's the best pure boxer in women's combat sports history. Dakota would struggle to match her speed and accuracy in that specific range. But the moment kicks come into play, the moment clinch work starts, the moment grappling enters the equation, this fight tilts heavily in Dakota Ditcheva's favor. In a full MMA fight, here's how I see it going down. Dakota uses her range. She stays on the outside and starts throwing low kicks to chop down Shields' legs. Claressa tries to close the distance and land her hands, but Dakota times a knee or a kick and backs her off. If Shields gets too aggressive, Dakota clinches up and starts landing brutal knees to the body and elbows to the head. If Claressa tries to disengage, Dakota takes her down and controls her on the ground. We've got the undefeated PFL rising star with a complete MMA skill set going up against the undisputed queen of boxing looking to prove she can conquer another sport. It's a clash of styles, a clash of legacies, and a clash that could define both of their careers. Dakota continues to rise with every fight, proving she's one of the most dangerous and complete athletes in the PFL. And with Claressa stepping into MMA with the confidence of a boxing champion, the future is looking explosively unpredictable. Whether this fight happens next month, next year, or sometime down the line, one thing is absolutely certain. When these two step into that cage, the world will be watching. The question now is, are you ready for it? What do you think? Can Dakota Ditcheva handle the boxing queen? Or will Claressa Shields shock the MMA world and prove she's unstoppable in any combat sport? Drop your predictions in the comments below. I want to hear what you think. And if you enjoyed this breakdown and want more epic fight analysis, knockout highlights, and matchup predictions, make sure you hit that like button. It helps us out more than you know. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and turn on those notifications so you never miss another video. We bring you the most exciting stories, matchups, and moments from the world of combat sports. Thanks for watching, combat sports fans. Stay tuned because the next fight breakdown might be even bigger than this one. Until next time, stay ready, because in this sport, anything can happen at any moment.
Time will see. Kicks hard, Perie, I've seen.
There might be a little bit of a struggle for range here for Perie.
See another big knee, good sweep from Perie.
Amy Perie. If you don't know this girl, she's the only girl who's beat Dakota Ditcheva. Not only beat her, she made Dakota cry in the ring, and Dakota believes she's unbeatable. But Amy beat her and made her debut 1-0. But it's Dakota's debut, and it's not counted in her record. If we add this to her record, it would be 15 wins and 1 loss, not 15-0.
Fight
fighting out of the Inferno Muay Thai fight team in Glasgow, Scotland. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and go absolutely wild for Amy Once again, ladies and gentlemen, in the red corner, Amy Perie!
Let me introduce you to Amy Perie, a name that should absolutely terrify anyone in the atomweight and flyweight divisions. Born May 6, 1993 in Glasgow, Scotland, this 31-year-old warrior has been dismantling opponents since she was literally a teenager. At just 15 years old, Amy won junior gold at the IFMA World Championships. The next year, she came back and won both junior and adult gold at the same event. Let that sink in for a moment. She was beating grown women as a 16-year-old teenager. That's not normal. That's exceptional. That's the kind of talent that comes along once in a generation. Since turning professional in 2008, Amy has collected world titles across multiple organizations, like they're going out of style. We're talking about the ISA British Championship, the WBC Muay Thai International Flyweight Championship, the Infusion 52 kg Championship, the Lion Fight Super Flyweight Championship, and the ISCA Strawweight World Championship. She's been voted UK Female Fighter of the Year 3 times, in 2015, 2016, and 2019. Currently, she's riding a 19-fight winning streak and has made her one championship debut with a devastating first-round knockout that took just 49 seconds. One championship even ranked it as the number 4 knockout of the year for 2024, and that was in her debut fight. This woman is operating at a level that most fighters can only dream about.
Really looking forward to the fight tomorrow. Obviously it didn't happen last time, so it's nice to get it back on and be here for this one, obviously. It's going to be a really tough fight, but I'm looking forward to the challenge, so I hope everyone enjoys it.
Nice long uppercut as well. She can put it on her now, stop her, this girl, Gav.
Yeah, she can. She can change gear a little bit now.
Change it up.
But here's the story that the MMA world has somehow forgotten, and it's a story that needs to be told. On April 7th, 2017, at Yokkao 24, something historic happened. Amy Perie stepped into the ring against a young, hungry fighter named Dakota Ditcheva. Yes, that Dakota Ditcheva. The same Dakota who's currently 15-0 in MMA. The same Dakota who's calling herself dangerous and unbeatable. The same Dakota who just became the youngest PFL champion in history and is now calling out Valentina Shevchenko, arguably the greatest female fighter of all time. Dakota Ditcheva faced Amy Perie in what many people call one of the greatest women's Muay Thai fights ever witnessed.
The fans have been asking for me and they've finally given me a fight, so I'm excited to get back out there, and it's going to be an amazing event, you know, first time in South Africa, Cape Town, so yeah, I'm excited just to get back in there as well. Everyone that's been there to support me all these years is obviously excited to see me back in, but then a whole new kind of crowd is going to be able to watch my skill. A lot of new fans.
Dakota 2.0, dangerous coming. Don't you worry, she's not gone anywhere. She's coming back stronger. So for me, I'm getting in there the same amount of violence, if not 10 times more, because they've made me wait half a game. Honestly, I could literally fight any time of the day, any day of the week.
This wasn't just any fight. This was Dakota's Muay Thai debut. She was 18 or 19 years old, already showing the killer instinct and devastating power that would later dominate the MMA world. She came from a family of champions. Her mother, Lisa Howarth, was a multiple-time world kickboxing champion. Dakota had been training since she was 4 years old. She was confident, skilled, and ready to make a statement. And standing across from her was Amy Perie, already an established world champion with years of elite competition under her belt.
It's like to see her stand for authority a little bit more, also.
I think obviously Dakota's done like incredible work at PFL. She's always been a really amazing striker. Like that's obviously a big part of her game, and she's finding that obviously in MMA that's where a lot of the other girls are lacking, and she's just absolutely like running through girls. So she's doing incredible. She's really strong as well, and I think her mindset's like bulletproof as well. So I think she knows she's going to the top of that. So she's doing really, really good things. She was a tough fight as well. So she was probably one of my favourite fights I've ever had, because it wasn't an easy fight. It was a tough fight. It kept me on my toes, kept me thinking. So yeah, she was a really good opponent, and I really wish her the best of luck because she is doing great things.
Okay, let's go. Nicely done by the Brazilian. Marada having none of it though. Drags her back to the ground.
And now she's on Petersine's back, and
look at that, Marada isolating that arm, rear naked choke upcoming. It's on the chin. Rosen able to survive for a little while, but that is deep.
Under now.
That is definitely, and it's done. Kanako Marada, victorious in her Invicta FC debut, rear naked choke stoppage.
Former Invicta FC strawweight champion Kanako Marada has just sent shockwaves through the MMA community with a bold message directed at rising PFL superstar Dakota Ditcheva. And trust me, this is the call-out nobody saw coming, but everyone wants to see happen. Marada's stunning declaration, Ditcheva's response, what this potential matchup means for both fighters, and why this could be one of the most exciting cross-promotional fights in women's MMA history.
Let's go.
Let's get into it. Alright, so here's what went down. Kanako Marada, the Japanese warrior who's been making waves in the combat sports world since 2016, just dropped an absolute bomb on social media. In a recent statement, Marada said, and I quote, "Alright, I'm very nervous, but I do okay in front of cameras. I was out in the States, so I set up a fight camp in the States 3 to 4 weeks prior to the fight."
非常にないです。I do all right. I'm very nervous, but I do okay in front of cameras. So Drake, I was out in the States. I set up fight camp in the States, right? 4 weeks prior to the fight.
Now, what makes this significant? Marada is clearly signaling she's ready to get back into the cage in a major way. For those who don't know, this 32-year-old former Invicta champion has been on quite the journey. She holds an impressive 13-3 professional record with victories through decisions, submissions, and TKOs. Her background is absolutely insane. She started judo at 3 years old as the granddaughter of a judo dojo master, became a national judo champion in high school, then transitioned to freestyle wrestling where she won the Junior World Championship in 2011. She even faced the legendary Sori Yoshida and nearly beat her at the national championships.
115.5 for Kanako Marada.
Now, let's talk about the target of this call-out, Dakota Ditcheva, the 27-year-old British sensation who's been absolutely demolishing everyone in her path. Ditcheva responded to the situation, saying, "Yeah, no, I've just come back because I need to get back to training. I went home for a few weeks. There's a few reasons why I had to go home, but I just stayed a little bit longer with the family because obviously I've got no fight news and then I just thought I'd come back. I miss this place when I'm not here. So yeah, I'm excited to get back training again."
Yeah, no, I've just come back because I need to get back to training. I went home for a few weeks. There's a few reasons why I had to go home, but I just stayed a little bit longer with the family because obviously I've got no fight news, and then I just thought I'd come back. I miss this place when I'm not here, so yeah, I'm excited to get back training again.
And then Ditcheva took to Twitter to send her own message, keeping the MMA world buzzing about this potential matchup. For those unfamiliar with Ditcheva, let me paint you a picture. This woman is an absolute force. Born in Sale, Greater Manchester, to a family of martial artists, her mother Lisa Howarth is a multiple-time world kickboxing champion, and her father Ivo is Bulgarian. Dakota has fighting in her DNA.
Against defense with body shots.
Combination again, punching her way out of these clinches.
Marada not able to match speed on the outside.
Crashing in again. Oh, beautiful knee. Oh, the clinch is really working for Ditcheva. She gets the turn under the knee, finds its way to the face of Sumiko Naiva, and an elbow from Dakota.
Naba can't take a lot of those knees.
Before transitioning to MMA, she won gold at the 2016 IFMA World Championships representing Great Britain. She's a 3-time world champion in junior divisions and was named Daily Mirror and Sport England Pride of Sports Young Sportsperson of the Year. But here's what really matters. In November 2024, at just 26 years old, Ditcheva became the youngest champion in PFL history and the first British female MMA world champion when she knocked out Taila Santos in the second round with devastating body punches, becoming the first person ever to finish Santos.
Plum and a right hand. Oh, another one! Big one! Dakota Ditcheva, right hand and a hand face! Another knockout for Dakota Ditcheva!
On one side, you have Kanako Marada, a grappling specialist with elite credentials. She fights from a southpaw stance and employs a wrestling-heavy style. Her game plan is simple but effective. Secure takedowns using her judo and wrestling base, control position, and either grind out decisions or hunt for submissions. Marata has 4 submission victories on her record, including rear naked chokes, anaconda chokes, and shoulder chokes. She's a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and averages 3 takedowns per 15 minutes with a 50% success rate. Her striking isn't her forte. She averaged just 2.15 significant strikes landed per minute in the UFC with 56% accuracy. On the other side, you have Dakota Ditcheva, a striking phenom. This woman has knockout power that's absolutely terrifying. Her Muay Thai and kickboxing background means she's comfortable picking opponents apart at range, and her body shots, absolutely lethal. Ditcheva has proven she can finish fights in multiple ways, but her striking is what sets her apart. She's knocked out or TKO'd most of her opponents, including her championship-winning performance against the elite grappler Taila Santos. So the question is, can Marada's world-class wrestling and grappling neutralize Ditcheva's devastating striking? Or will Ditcheva's takedown defense and knockout power keep this fight standing where she has the clear advantage? Now here's where things get a bit complicated. Marada competes at strawweight, that's 115 pounds. Ditcheva, on the other hand, is a flyweight fighting at 125 pounds in the PFL. Then there's the promotional aspect. Marada is currently a free agent after her UFC release, competing in regional promotions like UAE Warriors. Ditcheva is signed to the PFL and is their current flyweight champion. From a rankings perspective, Marada is currently ranked number 58 in the strawweight division by Fight Matrix as of November 2025, while Ditcheva is the reigning PFL Flyweight Champion. It would be a challenge for Marada, no doubt, but she's faced adversity before and always comes back fighting. So why should you care about this potential matchup? Let me break it down for you. First, this represents a clash of international talent. Japanese precision and technique versus British power and aggression. Both fighters represent their countries with immense pride. Ditcheva regularly flies a double English-Bulgarian flag and is a massive Manchester City fan, while Marada brings the honor and discipline of Japanese martial arts. Second, we're talking about two fighters with elite amateur backgrounds. Marada's judo and wrestling pedigree is world-class. She competed against Olympic-level athletes. Ditcheva's Muay Thai and kickboxing championships prove she's been elite since her teenage years. Third, both women are at interesting points in their careers. Ditcheva is on top of the world right now, the youngest PFL champion with a $1 million prize and an undefeated streak. Marada is rebuilding after her UFC stint, looking to prove she still belongs among the elite. And let's be honest, stylistically, this is the kind of fight that creates drama. Will the grappler impose her will? Will the striker keep it standing and get the knockout? These are the questions that make MMA so compelling. And there you have it, fight fans. Kanako Marada has thrown down the gauntlet. Dakota Ditcheva has acknowledged the challenge. And now we wait to see if this dream matchup becomes reality.
Gonna be surprised when I hit her the first time too. I don't think she's been hit. Like, she hasn't been hit hard.
If you compare my fighting experience, it's huge.
I love to crush dreams, so let's go.
Oh. Dakota maintaining balance, and look at that.
Question the gameness of Katisi.
Beautiful.
Look at this takedown here.
Oh, nice right hand. Beautiful from the ball. Beautiful tap.
Oh, we might not see 2,000.
I think the doctor's going to step in and stop this. I don't think she's going to be able to see out of that eye.
Look at that eye.
Okay, so you're not happy with her to continue. Oh, that's really bad, guys.
That's the end of the fight.
These girls disrespected Dakota Ditcheva like nobody else, calling her a fake warrior. And Dakota's response? No trash talk, nothing, because she doesn't need to talk. She does her talking in the ring.
The face, the star of stars, Dakota Ditcheva right here in Chicago. Now, I know you like to be very active. Listen to the crowd. Listen to these people. They love you in Chicago.
Come on in.
Down the fence.
Oh, we're ready.
So long and rangy.
Oh, put away.
Oh,
And in that cage, she didn't just win, she silenced these girls forever, almost ending careers and proving exactly who the real warrior is. So let's start with Dakota's recent fight against Sumiko Inaba.
Ditcheva, a huge favorite in this one. Inaba has embraced that all week long and really all camp long, ready to pull off the big upset in Cape Town.
You know what separates a real warrior from a fake one? It's not the words they say before the fight. It's not the intimidation tactics at the face-offs. It's not the social media posts or the trash talk in interviews. No. A real warrior speaks in the only language that truly matters, violence inside the cage. And Dakota Ditcheva, she's fluent, but Dakota's response? Silence, no trash talk, no social media wars, no heated back and forth, just a simple message, I'll see you in the ring.
The clinch is really working for Ditcheva. She gets the turn under the knee, finds its way to the face of Sumiko Inaba, and an elbow from Dakota.
Inaba can't take a lot of those knees.
And when that cage door closed, that's when Dakota did her talking. Not with words, with knees, elbows, punches, and kicks that left her opponents questioning whether fighting was even the right career choice. She didn't just beat these girls, she silenced them. Forever. Let's start with Dakota's most recent fight, the one that reminded everyone exactly who the real warrior is.
Honestly, I'm just very glad to be part of the card. It's been a while, so I've been building up this, I don't know what I've been building up for the last 6 months, not being able to let anything out in the cage, not being able to beat anyone up, so it's going to be coming 10 times worth this time.
In July 2025, Dakota Ditcheva squared off against Sumiko Inaba at PFL Cape Town in South Africa. This wasn't just another fight, this was Dakota's return after an 8-month layoff, her first fight since becoming Britain's first female MMA world champion. The pressure was immense, the expectations were sky high, and her opponent, she was anything but respectful.
For my career, beating Dakota would be, I mean, she's the face of PFL, you know? It's like if I take out the face of PFL, am I the face of PFL now? You know, yeah.
Sumiko Inaba, known as the Lady Samurai, came into this fight with an 8-1 record and back-to-back knockout victories. She was all chaos and pressure, a fighter with no reverse gear who charged forward with reckless abandon. Pain didn't stop her, it motivated her. She was tough, she was fearless, and she was convinced Dakota had never faced anyone like her. Going to be surprised when I hit her the first time too. I don't think she's been hit, like she hasn't been hit hard.
Inaba, what kind of problems does she pose for you?
None. I feel like one thing I will say is these girls are going to be most dangerous now because they have nothing to lose. Like they're coming to take everything I have. You know, I won the tournament last year. Inaba, Sumiko, she's 8-1, I think. She's no more, like she knows what she's doing. She's been around, she's experienced, and I know that she's going to come and give everything she's got, but she's no problem for me.
That was Sumiko's message to the world. Dakota Ditcheva, the undefeated champion, the face of the PFL, the girl everyone was talking about. She'd never been tested. Not really. Sumiko believed she was the one to expose Dakota as a fraud. If I take out the face of PFL, am I the face of PFL now?
The face of the PFL, the 125-pound women's tournament winner.
The fans have been asking for me and they've finally given me a fight, so I'm excited to get back out there and it's going to be an amazing event, you know, first time in South Africa, Cape Town, so yeah, I'm excited just to get back in there as well. Everyone that's been there to support me all these years is obviously excited to see me back in, but then a whole new kind of crowd is going to be able to watch my skill. A lot of new fans.
The disrespect was clear. Sumiko wasn't just fighting for a victory, she was fighting to take Dakota's throne, her reputation, everything she'd built. She wanted to prove that Dakota's perfect record was a product of weak competition, that the dangerous one wasn't so dangerous after all.
Dakota 2.0, dangerous coming. Don't you worry, she's not gone anywhere. She's coming back stronger. So for me, I'm getting in there the same amount of violence, if not 10 times more, because they've made me wait half a year. Honestly, I could literally fight any time of the day, any day of the week. Like, you could just put me in the cage and I'd just go for it. So for me, it doesn't really matter where it is, when it is. I'm going to be ready.
From the opening bell, Dakota set a blistering pace. She didn't wait to feel Sumiko out. She didn't play it safe. She came forward with kill shots immediately, landing crisp combinations that made it clear this was going to be a long night for the Lady Samurai. Sumiko's game plan was simple: walk Dakota down, corner her, and drown her in pressure. It's what she did to everyone else. It's what made her so dangerous. But Dakota, she welcomed it. When Sumiko pressured forward, Dakota met her in the clinch, Dakota's world, Dakota's domain. And that's when the punishment began.
Beautiful from Dakota, beautiful from.
It's going to be unbelievable. Holds a record-breaking knockout rate in the cage.
Dakota's clinch game is something special. It's not just about control, it's about destruction. She locked Sumiko up and started firing knees to the body, knees to the head, elbows that sliced through the air like blades. Sumiko tried to survive, tried to fight back, but she was outclassed. Every time she attempted to impose her will, Dakota reversed her, threw her around, and made her pay. If round 1 was about establishing control, round 2 was about making a statement. Dakota came out with bad intentions. She cornered Sumiko against the fence in the opening minute and just unloaded. Elbows, punches, knees, everything in her arsenal. She was battering the Hawaiian, breaking her down piece by piece. At one point, Dakota landed a beautiful elbow, followed by a front kick to the face. Her signature move, the one that sent so many opponents crashing to the canvas. Sumiko ate it and kept coming forward. You had to give her credit for toughness, for heart, for refusing to quit. But toughness only gets you so far when you're being systematically destroyed by a superior fighter. She broke out her low kicks now, chopping at Sumiko's legs. She fired left hands to the body, front kicks to the midsection, making the Lady Samurai look like a practice dummy. Sumiko kept marching forward. You couldn't question her heart, but she was completely outgunned. Dakota ripped another combination, battering Sumiko about the head with 3 minutes still on the clock. Then came the clinch, more knees, more punishment, and that's when something happened.